Vaheguru Ji ka
Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.
Benji, I'm renovating my house. Could you suggest me some things that I should have at home?
Oh, that's a very good question. Congratulations. Come in, I'll share my thoughts with you. There are a few things that we should have in our home, especially if we are a Sikh, so that when we come home, these things, these items, they help us to connect with Guru Sahib, they help us to keep us grounded, and when we have any issues, we can always ask Guru Sahib for guidance. So I'll share with you 5 things that you should have in your house if you're a Sikh. So the first one would be a Gurbani Radio, which is a must to have. So we have 3 Gurbani radios at home, one in the living room, one in Babaji's room, and one in our own room. And what we do is, in this Gurbani radio, we have Sahaj part of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Dasam Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Gurbani Kirtan, and other part as well. And they're always ongoing 24/7. So we actually switch them on quite loud. So when we come home, like how you came in just now, the first thing you hear is a Gurbani Pankti in your ears. And the last thing you hear before you leave your house is a Gurbani Pankti as well. Now this really helps to keep the environment in your house peaceful, and when you're walking around, it keeps your mind connected to Gurbani. So have a Gurbani radio. You can purchase a radio from online and maybe just get a SD card and download all your favorite Kirtan, your Parchar, or you can buy a ready-made prepared Gurbani radio from our Sikhi store. So the second thing that I would really recommend for you to have at home is pictures of Gursikhs, of Shaheed Singhs, and if you like, pictures of Guru Sahib as well. So why is it important? Now we, of course, Sikh do not believe in idol worship, right? That we only believe and bow down to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but having pictures of Gursikhs, of Shaheed Singhs, or even having Gurbani Sabbats in your house serves as a reminder, as a motivation and inspiration for you to connect to Sikhi. So these are calligraphy art of our favorite Shabbats that we had done in a camp. Chanta sun yaar hamare sajjan ek karo benantiya. So when you read Shabbats like this, when you look at the frame, it reminds you to read the Shabbat and also connect to Guru Sahib. And this is my husband's collection of pictures of great Gursikhs, and we have them here, so whenever we look at them, and my brother Bhai Supreet Singh Ji, he mentioned really well, okay, when you look at the pictures of Gursikh, it serves as a purpose for you to have conversations about how great they were, how they connected to Sikhi, and how they became Brahmgyani. So having pictures of Gursikhs, of Gurbani Sabbats around your house serves as that reminder for you. Then the number 3 thing that I recommend every Sikh household should have is books. So now we take it very lightly. Back in the days, every Sikh household used to have a Janam Sakhi. So a Janam Sakhi is basically stories of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And there was no television back in the days. So every evening, every day, the family would get together and the children or the parents would read the Sakhiyan to the children, or vice versa as well. But now we have kind of lost that tradition already. So I would really recommend for every Sikh household to have storybooks. So books about Sikhi for adults and also for children as well. So one of the highly recommended books about Sikh Gurus history is Bhai Singh Ji's Chamatkar series. So they are basically translated stories. They come both in English and Punjabi. So you can opt for Punjabi or you want English as well. So Bhai Singh Ji has written a Chamatkar series, stories of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and they are easy to understand, stories about Guru Gobind Singh Ji as well. And you can get more recommendations of books in the video of top 5 books recommended on our channel. So you must have books for adults and for children. If you want to know what children's books that you should have, you can go to our Mighty Khalsa channel, and I've done a lot of Sikh children book reviews that you can choose to purchase as well. So we are here for our final 2 items that you should have at home. This is our prayer room. This is where we get together, we do our rehras, or we meditate, where we just come home to feel at peace. So every Sikh household should have these 2 items. It's compulsory. So the first thing that a Sikh household used to have back in the days is Janam Sakhiyan, stories of the Gurus. And second thing is they used to have Shastars. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji says कि आस कृपान खंडो खरक तुबकत बर आरतीर सैफ सरोही सहती यह हमारे पीर. So Shastars are the peer of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and as Guru Granth Sahib Ji is important to us. When we matha te Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you will see Shastar Prakash in front of Guru Sahib as well. So it's very important to have Shastar at home because they serve as not only protection for ourselves but also in case of need to protect other people. So every house must have a Shastar, and when we have Shastar at home, it protects our home from any negative energy as well, any evil spirits or any jantar, mantar, tantar, whatever it may be. Shastar helps us to protect ourselves from that as well. And I remember when it was COVID time, I made this Nishan Sahib on my own, and it's very easy to make. You don't have to be a professional for it. You just need a stick, a really good, a sturdy stick, and this is the star kapda that I wrapped around the stick, and I tied knots around it, and I cut a kapda, sew it by myself to make the Nishan Sahib, and we bought this spearhead and we put it in together. So you can have just a Nishan Sahib in your house, or a barsha, a spear in your house, as well as another option for Shastar. So the last thing, and one of the most important thing you must have, is Gutke Sahib or Pothiyan, Gurbani Pothiyan at home. Now we have technology ki, we have Gutke Sahib in our phones, so we don't have to have Gutke, we can just read Gurbani from our phone. But having a physical Gutka Sahib or a Pothi, Panj Granthi Pothi, or a Senchi Sahib, which Senchi means there's 2 parts of Guru Granth Sahib Ji in first Senchi and second Senchi. Now what is it? It allows you to actually sit down and connect to Gurbani. You can do your Nitnem, and it allows you to disconnect from your phone as well. So having Gutka Sahib in your house is really important. Having Senchi Sahib in your house is important for you to do Sahaj Path, for you to teach your children Gurmukhi as well. Now in our Retname says Gurmukhi Akhar jo hai Bhai, Singh Singh te sikhya jai. That our children must learn to read Gurmukhi Akhar, and our children must learn the stories of our Gurus as well, because Gurbani says Babaniya kahaniya put suput kareen. When our children listen to the stories of Guru Sahib, they become good children. They instill those moral values in them. So these are the 5 things that I highly recommend. The first thing is to have Gurbani Radio, which you constantly listen to Gurbani all the time. Then you have pictures of Gursikhs, pictures of Gurbani Panktiyan on your wall that serves as a reminder, as motivation. Then you have storybooks for adults and for children that you can read and have discussion, learn about Sikhi. Have Shastar at home, a Kirpan, a Sri Sahib, a spear, something, a weapon at home, and you must have Gurbani Pothiyan as well. So these are my top 5 recommended things that you must have at home as a Sikh. Now, I'm pretty sure you all have other recommendations as well. So please drop down in the comment below, what do you think that a Sikh home should have? So I would really love to read them. Thank you so much for watching. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.